So I'm right outside a Goodwill bins that I've never been to, and supposedly it's better than the one that's closer to my house. I've been to the one closer to my house around 5 times, and I just haven't had any luck with them. I see so many people online talk about how good the bins are, how many items they source per hour, and I have not come anywhere near that, and I have just not found anything that has a good sell-through rate at the bins. Now, every time that I go, I only stay there about an hour. The longest I've stayed there is probably 2 hours. And I know when people go, they usually spend 4 to 6 hours at the bins. So I haven't given it, I guess, a proper, thorough attempt. But I want to give it an honest try because of the profit margins, right? You're getting this stuff for really cheap, and that's what really excites me. So let's see how it goes. All right. So all my questions were definitely answered, so I'm excited about that. One being, are all the bins created equal? And I wanted to know because I only have been to one that's closest to my house, and it hasn't yielded good results. So I was almost giving up on the bins altogether, but I knew there was another 2 that were a little bit further away, about an hour away each way, north and south. And I wasn't sure if those were gonna yield the same results. So I was curious to see. I went to this one specifically today because I have a sister-in-law who is a successful full-time reseller, and she says that this one is the best bins that she goes to on a weekly basis. And that definitely was the case today based on what I was able to get. So if you have a few bins in your area, you definitely have to check them all out to see how they compare to each other. But in my case, this one is definitely much better than the one that I've gone to a few times. The other question I had was I gonna be able to source enough items? Now, I made a video a while back that talked about like the best places to source your items. And basically I said that it's dependent on your type of business. In my case, I was only selling shirts at the time. So going to the bins didn't make a lot of sense because I had to sift through all different types of items, right? Men's shorts, pants, women's, kids, jackets, sweaters, shoes, whatever. It's just, they just put all different types of items in the bins. So I wasn't able to get enough shirts. But going to the thrift stores, I could go directly to the shirt section, and I can go through about 1,000 items per hour, right? So I was able to go through a lot more things, or I was able to go through a lot more shirts and able to pick up more shirts per hour at the thrift store. But since then, I have expanded to also sell sweaters and jackets. So basically any men's top that I can find. And that is what has made it worth it, because if I was still doing shirts, I don't think it would be worth me going to the bins, because most of the stuff that I got today was outerwear. So definitely, if you're very niche down, it might not make the most sense. I know another YouTuber that I watch a lot, his name is Dealing with Dalton, and he sells shoes, and he has the same scenario. He's very niche down into shoes, and he says that at the bins, he just is not able to pick up enough items, and it's not predictable, where him going to the thrift store, it's very predictable how many shoes he's going to be able to source. So that works more for his business. So it all depends again on your business, but I'm glad that I was able to source enough items to make the trip worth it. A lot of good stuff, and that's what I want to show you right now. Oh, and so I had gone to the bins maybe about a week ago, and I probably spent an hour and a half, and all I was able to get, and I only got this because I didn't want to leave empty-handed, but all I was able to get is a Tommy Bahama shirt, size medium, which the only thing that I'm picking up Tommy Bahama now is basically anything that's 2XL or higher, because it does have a good sell-through at those bigger sizes. But anything under that, I'm not really picking up, but I just had to get something because I didn't want to leave empty-handed. But this is what I was able to get at that bins versus a bag full of stuff that I was able to get at this new bins that I'm gonna start going to now. All right, so let me go ahead and break down everything that I was able to get. So first item is this. The brand is Moose Creek Zip Up Hoodie. I checked it at the store. Before I left, I made sure that I was picking up items that have a good sell-through. Since I have a small store, I want to make sure that I curate high sell-through items. This did have 100% sell-through. All right, next item is this North Face hoodie. And I think this is the first time that I pick up this brand. You know, it's obviously one of the more popular brands like Patagonia. I've just never had luck with it, or I have found it, I've seen it, but maybe it was overpriced or it had some sort of flaw. But this is the first time I pick it up, and just picking it up at the bins, it is such a good feeling because I think I paid $2 for it. All right, next item is this cardigan. I'm shooting with a new camera today, so I'm trying to see the screen. It's a smaller screen, so I can't tell how it's coming out, but this is the brand Arnold Palmer. It's new with tags. I looked it up, it has 100% sell-through. Next item, this is not something that I pick up or have ever picked up, but I saw it and it looked like it was something that would sell for good money. And yeah, definitely, I looked it up and this sells, or I saw a few of them that sold for $50. All right, next item is this basic, it's just a basic aesthetic polo from the brand James Purse. And this is one of those brands that it doesn't matter what size it is, I pick it up because it has a good sell-through. I also like that brand because I don't think that the thrift stores know about it, and a lot of people know about it because it's so basic. But every time I find it at the thrift store, it's usually like $3-4. All right, the next item here is one that I'm taking a risk on. The brand, it says Old Navy, even though I'm not sure if it's the regular Old Navy because it doesn't look like the same Old Navy tag from here. It says that it's made in Pakistan. I didn't find any other Old Navy items that were made in Pakistan. It doesn't seem like the normal, you know, that Gap looking type of Old Navy. So I don't know if it is just the regular Old Navy, but I just thought it was a very interesting piece and that's why I got it. And again, getting stuff at the bins allows you to have a little bit more room for error. All right, this item here, as soon as I saw it, I was like, man, this looks cool. I'm sure this is a good item to pick up. And it surely is. It has over a 200% sell-through, but just the build quality of it is very, very tough, very unique, very interesting, durable, and it just has a very cool design. The brand is Airly, the iconic Airly. All right, the next two items is just these regular Polo Ralph Lauren t-shirts. And the reason why I get these, or the reason why I got these, is the last time I checked, the t-shirts at 2XL had a 90% sell-through, which is good enough for me. But actually these are 2XLT. So I think that gives it a little bit better sell-through when it's tall. All right, and the last item that I got is this Under Armour zip-up hoodie. Under Armour is another brand that I tend not to get unless it's like really big sizes. But I checked the zip-up hoodie at an extra large and it had over 100% sell-through. But it's just a very cool looking jacket, good quality. It's in good condition. The bottom says Under Armour. All right guys, but there you have it. So I have definitely changed my stance on the bins. I'm super excited because of the profit margins that you get at the bins, the bigger room for error that you get. But it all depends on the quality of items that you're getting at that specific location. So I'll definitely be making more bins haul videos. Now, if you guys want to level up your game and you want to improve your reselling skills, then you definitely want to check this video out.